Hey, Chiefs Kingdom, Harrison Graham here. I want you to type me if you are fired up for the NFL draft about 2.5 weeks away. I want to get 200 plus comments on this video, so go ahead and type me down in the comments if you are fired up for the draft. No live sports right now, so the NFL draft is kind of the next big thing that we are looking forward to. So go ahead and type me down below. Coming up, we've got the Chiefs' biggest draft needs on today's video. All right, welcome back into the Chiefs Report. Let's take a look at the Chiefs draft outlook before we break down the top three biggest needs. The Chiefs have, of course, addressed wide receiver and defensive line in free agency. Sammy Watkins and DeMarcus Robinson are back for 2020, so you're set at receiver. Chris Jones is under the tag. Mike Pennel is back as well, so you're feeling pretty good at those two spots that needed filling. Cornerback and linebacker have not been addressed for the most part. Kendall Fuller is gone. Bashaud Breeland is still a free agent. You lost Reggie Ragland. You could upgrade in that department as well. Chiefs have 5 draft picks in the upcoming NFL draft with a pick in each of the first 5 rounds. This is what it looks like. Number 32 overall pick. Obviously got the Niners second round pick in the D Ford trade. 3rd round pick, 4th round pick, and 5th round pick. Chiefs currently do not have a round 6 or round 7 draft pick for 2020. We'll see if that changes between now and then, if they, do some trades or move some things around. What do you guys think? What should the Chiefs do with their 1st round pick, number 32 overall? Type K for keep it, type U for trade up, or type D for trade down. I think it just depends how the draft falls. Obviously, I think trade up is the least likely scenario since Kansas City only has 5 draft picks. I would say typing D for trade down is probably the most likely, and then K for keep it is the second most likely. But go ahead, let me know what you guys think down in the comments section. So let's get into today's video, the meat of the video. Biggest draft needs from 3 to 1. Interior offensive line, I think, is the 3rd biggest need for the Kansas City Chiefs. You look at this offensive line depth chart, you're pretty set at tackle. Eric Fisher, Mitchell Schwartz. Schwartz probably, arguably the best right tackle in the business. Eric Fisher still very, very good. Reader, I think you're okay at center. LDT, I still think the Chiefs could cut him and save some money, if not this year, but certainly next year. Andrew Wiley got injured, banged up, didn't play super well at times last year. I think you could upgrade there. You got Nick Algretti who could plug in and play some, but I think the interior part of that offensive line certainly could use some upgrading or at least some competition. These are the top guys in this year's draft. Interior offensive line prospects, Cesar Ruiz. I know recently, I believe Mel Kiper mocked Ruiz to Kansas City at 32. I think that's about the range for him, late 1st, early 2nd. Lloyd Cushenberry, Matt Hennessy, I think those are round 2 guys. You can get them in the mid, late 2nd round. And then Jonah Jackson, Robert Hunt, probably 3rd round targets. I think, you look at these guys, depending on how the draft falls, I think Kansas City could be in the mix for one of these 5 players. Do you guys think the Chiefs should use a premium draft pick on an offensive lineman? And by premium, I mean day 1 or day 2, first 3 rounds. Should the Chiefs draft an offensive lineman in the first 3 rounds? Type Y for yes, type in for no. Obviously, it's never a cut and dry answer. It depends on how the draft falls. It's super hard to predict, but I think in general, 3rd round pick on an offensive lineman, I'm in for that. That would not bother me at all. I think you need some depth in the interior and some competition for that offensive line. What you definitely need is a Chiefs draft hat. So go to this link, chatsports.com/Chiefs draft. We'll put it in the comments. We'll put it in the description. That way you can just click on it and boom, you're on the page and you can shop. We got tons of different styles. We got the curve bill. We got the snapbacks. We got the, the flat bill baseball style fitted hats and a whole lot more. So go to that link, chatsports.com/Chiefs draft and buy these hats. Number 2 here is linebacker as we go through our top 3 draft needs for the Kansas City Chiefs. Number 2 is a linebacker. Reggie Ragland is gone. I didn't love the linebacker play last year overall. I just, I think you can upgrade. And you lose Ragland, one of your better run defenders. Anthony Hitchens is there. Damien Wilson, you're feeling okay with those. Ben Neiman, I don't know. Dorian O'Daniel hasn't exactly proved it either. Don't have a ton of depth at that spot. Now, the Chiefs do play a lot of nickel. So it's only 2 linebackers on the field at most times. So Hitchens and Wilson, okay, fine. That's passable. But what if one of those guys goes down? Not feeling super good about what you have at that position. You look at some of the top prospects. At linebacker, Isaiah Simmons, well, you're not going to get him. Sorry. Kenneth Murray, Patrick Queen, I think you could be in the mix there late in the first round. Maybe one of those guys falls to you at number 32. Malik Harrison, Jordan Brooks, more day two targets for, at linebacker for the Chiefs and some other teams. So those are some guys to keep an eye out for. Obviously, Isaiah Simmons is not going to happen. But Murray and Queen in round one, you could sign me up for that. What you could sign up for is just subscribing to the Chiefs Report. It's free. You don't have to pay none of that stuff. You got to do one thing. You hit the red subscribe button. Very, very simple. Very, very simple. We'll have Chiefs videos all offseason long, latest rumors, news, Q&As. We're going to do a Q&A very soon, so keep that in mind. Draft coverage as well. The link is below, but you're watching on our Chiefs channel, so just go ahead and hit that big red subscribe button. All right, let's get to number one, and that is, no surprise, cornerback. Bashaud Breeland's gone. Kendall Fuller could be gone. Kendall Fuller is gone as of now. I hope Bashaud Breeland is back. If you bring him back, that simplifies things. You still would need some depth at that position because you only have 4 corners under contract right now. Charvarius Ward and Rashad Fenton are the only 2 who have played significant snaps at all. And Fenton, I think, played 200 snaps or so last year at corner, so not a ton. Alex Brown, I don't know what he'd bring. Antonio Hamilton, more of a special teamer. So we will see. Obviously, the Chiefs are not going to roll into next season with just these 4 bodies. You're feeling good about Ward. You're feeling okay about Fenton, but you need more either behind those guys or potentially in front of those guys. The simple solution, just re-sign Bashaud Breeland. You've created some cap space. You can create a little bit more. Go sign him to a 2-year deal for $5 million per year. It's pretty simple. Maybe he wants more. Maybe that's part of the problem, but I thought he played really well last year. The Chiefs need 2 cornerbacks if Breeland is going to sign elsewhere. So hopefully you bring him back, and then maybe you spend a round 2 or round 3 pick on another cornerback in the draft. Then you're pretty much set. You brought Breeland back and you've replaced Kendall Fuller. I think that is an option. You look at, the top draft prospects at cornerback. You're not getting the top guy, Jeff Okudah. He's like Isaiah Simmons. He's going to go top 5, top 7. CJ Henderson, maybe he slides, probably not. You probably have to trade up for him. I think Fulton and Gladney could be available at 32. So could Trevon Diggs. We'll see where he ends up going. I think those guys are all in the mix at 32, potentially AJ Terrell, also another guy there. I think Damon Arnett and the rest of these guys are a little bit lower, maybe mid-late round 2 guys. Bryce Hall and Jalen Johnson, maybe round 3, but probably not the end of round 3. So you would have to do some trading if you want to get them early in the 3rd round. So we will see what the Chiefs do at cornerback, but all I know is what they have right now, not nearly enough. What do you think the bigger need is? I think it's very clear these are the top 2. Cornerback, linebacker. I have interior O-line as number 3, but what do you think? Type CB for cornerback, type LB for linebacker. I'm typing my CB. I got that as the biggest Chiefs need heading into the draft. So again, top 3 needs, just to recap: interior offensive line. I would like to see a middle round pick on that, maybe a 3rd round in the NFL draft. Linebacker, got to get more depth, got to get another quality body. If Kenneth Murray is there in round 1, I think they should take him. And then cornerback, top need, got to get bodies, whether it's the draft, whether it's free agency. Bringing back Breeland, it makes things simpler. But if you don't, you got to draft a cornerback very, very early.